What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for stopping in. Today we have a new petrified fish here to take a look at, and they have seemingly caught fire going into the end of the year. This is something I picked up on my own. I will have what I can linked down below in the description. If you're here because you like knife and EDC content, you are in the right spot. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. I release daily videos. Hit the thumbs up. That helps push this video out there to more people. Let us know what you are carrying in your pockets today down in the comments. Love seeing what you guys are carrying for the day. So petrified fish, like I said, has really caught some fire here going into the end of the year. Not a company known for, a whole lot of month-to-month releases, but they do put out some releases throughout the year, and they all seemingly are very good quality. We have some extra hardware there, and let's get to the big dog. I'm really excited about this one, if you can't tell. This is going to be called the Petrified Fish Tunny, and I'll have what I can linked down below. We are looking at a perfectly centered up blade there, and we have a fuller mixed with a rear flipper tab here, and I chose this one here because this is like a butterscotch micarta almost, and a natural butterscotch, and that's what it looked like online, and I said, boy, if it looks like that, it is going to be beautiful with that satin blade, and that sure is one good looking knife right there, and this is a good size. So we have a drop point blade with a satin finish. We're going to be looking at 14C 28N, and PF does a great job on their 14C. We have a rear flipper tab with some nice jimping there, and the detent feels pretty good. We have a nice chamfer there on our liner, and that is going to be very easy to access because we have a chamfer on our show side there. We have a completely sterile show side blade. We just have the PF on the pivot, and that looks good. So can we get to that fuller on both sides? You can get there on the reverse flick, and it actually is nice and sharp in there. Not overly sharp, but sharp enough to catch the finger in a comfortable way. But yeah, you can reverse flick this thing, and then, hold on, let me get the right spot here. Yeah, right there. Yep, you can thumb flick it. It's just a matter of getting used to it, just like any other knife. Sometimes you gotta get a feel for the knife before you really got it hammered down. Now we are looking at a one-way pocket clip here. It's going to be a deep carry right hand only, and that is going to be a tip up pocket clip there. So right-handers or right hand carry only. Sorry about that, lefties. We do have a nice lanyard hole there for the lanyard fans. G10 backspacer, steel liners. Petrified Fish does a great job on their fit and finish, and although I'm not affiliated with them in any sort of way, I've talked with them a lot, and they are someone I trust to run the QC process before the knife leaves the factory. They're going to check locks. They're going to check edges. It's something I've been over with them, and we're going to check all that stuff here today, so stay tuned. But first, let's get a measurement on this thing, and we are looking at a full-size knife here, 8 7/8 overall. We're looking at 3 3/4 inches of cutting edge and 4 inches of blade. In a sea of 7-inch knives, that is why I'm so excited. Look at this bad boy. We have the raccoon and the drop bear, and this thing just soars over them. And then let's bring out some big dogs. We got the full-size Kaiser Militao and the big CJRB Frack, but not so big up against the Tunny here. They are going to be very comparable. The Frack might have it by just the slightest margin, but if you have the Frack, this is going to be a similar length, but much more substantial in the hand. I'm just really stoked about this one, guys. Coming into under $55. I think these are going to be right around 52 or something like that, 53, under 55. This is going to carry nice in the pocket, and we do have that slight curve to the pocket knife, so it's actually going to want to kick in, which is good. It's going to keep clear. You know, it's going to want to kick in if you're carrying at the bottom of your pocket, so you'll have that hole outside of your pocket. That is kind of the idea there, but that's going to carry nice, give it a little cant, and it did have good retention in there. That's going to look clean in the pocket. Very good retention on that pocket clip. Just a clean, simple clip. Fairly unique lanyard hole there. Wouldn't have mind seeing a full micarta backspacer matching. That would have been a beautiful touch on this knife. The flipper tab, you'll be able to push button it and light switch this thing out. Let's go ahead and see what kind of edge they can put on that 14C. But this is the type of knife I live for right here. Right around 50 bucks, 14C, micarta, 9 inches of just monster. Love this thing. Look at that. Look at this monster. Just slicing away, baby. Petrified Fish, they're another one of them companies who just quietly knocks it out of the park. So lately I've been on a pretty good tear with, I think the last 3 or 4 I've gotten within a half an ounce. I'm not saying I'm going to do that now, but I've been on the money. This one's heavy right here. Full steel liners. We do have internal milling in there, some circular milling, not a ton, but some. And then we have a G10 backspacer, thick micarta, 4 inches of steel here. Wouldn't mind seeing that jimping run out a little further. Kind of seems like an afterthought there. Not the end of the world, though, by any stretch. Would have loved to have seen that ran out, though, in a meaningful way, right? This thing weighs 5 ounces, I think. I'm going to say it might be more. I'm going to say 5'3". 5'7". I was gonna say I wouldn't be surprised if the damn thing's almost 6 ounces. So yeah, it's a healthy feeling bugger. Some people will most likely whine and complain about that. I will not do such a thing. Like I said, in a world of 7-inch knives, or at least in a year of 7-inch knives, that's pretty much what we've seen all year long, right around 7 to 7.5 inches overall. And you know, there's just something nice about a big beast coming in once in a while. I'm hoping 2025 is the year of knives like this. So before we check this lock, let's go over this thing real quickly, real closely, and just see what we're looking like here. So we have a nice drop point blade. It's spear pointish almost, but yeah, we got a nice drop point here, nice and tall. It comes down nice and thin. It feels that way. The blade stock's not overly thick. For as tall and as large as this knife is, that blade stock is average, and then it just comes down nice and thin. Sharpening choil, correct me if I'm wrong, doesn't look the greatest. Flipper is done well. The fuller is done in a way in which we can reverse flick it, which is what people will. It's strong. So I'm still trying to figure out, yeah, you're better off, because it's strong, you're better off kind of going high middle. That's probably going to be the money shot for the reverse flick. Main deployment's going to be that flipper, whether it's a light switch or a push button, you'll be able to accomplish both of those. And then the micarta, guys, this is some good stuff. Look at that. Look at the texture. Camera doing its job today. Internal milling. looks really, really good, and it feels good. It's good. $52, I think, for this thing. Yeah. Yeah. I wish this was a little more. I mean, I can get in there. I think some people, though, because the detent is strong, you're going to have to kind of burrow into that fuller there. But I'm not, finding it to be an issue because it's catching nice. It's cut out in there in a way that it's going to grip your skin. So that's good. The reverse flick, like I said, if you aim middle high, you'll be able to flick that feller right out. So we'll zoom out here and we'll check this thing. We did check centering. It is nicely centered up. Good, nice, tight tolerances in there. I like it nice and tight like that. As far as a detent lash, we don't have none here. Good detent there. And then no pivot lashing. Nope. Soft open. I don't feel any up and down. If I really wrench on it, I can get that blade to move, but it's not moving on that lock. So that is good. That's locked up nicely there, even on a soft open. We're looking at a very early lockup there on a soft open, and the same with a full open. I don't know if you guys can get a good view of that, but it is very early. Not a cause for concern. We've had plenty of knives pass that have a early lockup, and Petrified Fish is checking their knives, or should be, from what I'm told. And this is a standard test that they run. They just, I don't know if there's any science behind it, but they, they'll whack it a couple times on the side of a desk or something. And I think more and more companies are, starting to do that because we're getting less and less failures across the board. Yeah, this thing's built like a freaking tank, and that lockup is nice and early, so tons of room to break in there potentially. I don't know if you'll ever break it in like that, but yeah, that's good. This thing's going to be a tank for you. Yes, it's still a liner lock, but if you're looking for a beefier EDC everyday cutter, a work companion here, this will do a good job for you. Great steel, tough steel, very stainless. Micarta speaks for itself. Some people don't like it. I don't care if you don't. I love it. It's good stuff, and it works really good. It's grippy, feels nice in the hand. It's like a pillow for your hand on a knife. So it's just a perfect thing. I mean, this thing's nice and easy to wield, even at the weight. Not going to have a choke up behind the edge, but you can get up there pretty tight. And depending on the size of your hand, you could work up on that tip a little bit. But plenty of different areas to grip that handle and move around. I wear an XL glove, and look at all that extra room there. I mean, I'm squeezed up there, but, if I want to spread out on this thing, look at that. So you can get very comfortable on this very neutral handle here. You guys will have to let me know, what do you think of the Petrified Fish Tunny? Love hearing from you guys, especially on these newer knives. And let me know what you think of Petrified Fish. We don't check out a whole lot of them, and I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you have any knives from Petrified Fish, what your experience is with those knives, or if you're just looking to pick up a Petrified Fish. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, otherwise, leave those down in the comments. Love hearing from you either which way. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up before you head out. Always appreciate that, everyone. If you're new to the channel, I release daily knife and EDC content just like this. Hit the thumbs up button, ring the bell. That'll notify you every time I release new content, which is every day, many times a day. I'll put up a couple of new videos on your screen right now. Go check one of them out if you haven't seen one of them. Even if you've seen all of them, go check another one of them out. Have yourself an awesome day. Thank you all again for watching. I love you all, and I will catch you on the next one.